Hey everyone, hello my beautiful beloveds, and welcome to this week's video. So today, this is not an easy video for me to make, but I really wanted to make it for you. It's the story of my life, and for as much as I'm out in the world and sharing so much, sharing really personal things is not really easy for me to do, but I really wanted to do it, and I'll tell you why. You guys have been so amazing in the last couple weeks. Your messages just saying thank you so much for being so honest. Thank you so much for being so open. We really appreciate it. And that really means a lot to me, and you guys are giving me the courage to open up and to share, even though it's scary. So I wanted to tell you guys that. So today I'm coming to you in the kitchen because it's just way too cold and windy to film outside. You guys wouldn't have been able to hear me. So let me go ahead. I want to share with you really it's a draw my life. Since I'm not a very good artist, it's going to be a draw my life with pictures. So we're going to start way back at the beginning, 60 years ago. So I was born in Alaska and I was raised in Wisconsin. And of course, I always joked I never want to be that cold ever again. I swear to God, for someone who loves running around in a bikini in tropical weather, I swear to God, the stork must have dropped me off at the wrong destination. I gave the orders for Tahiti and somehow it dropped my booty off in Alaska. So I was born to two really lovely and beautiful parents. I'm their firstborn, Lucille and Gregory. We actually ended up in Alaska because my father is a physician and he got stationed in Alaska. So like all families, we had a beautiful family, and like I always say, life is beautiful, and amidst all that beauty are a lot of challenges. And the reason I say that is because I know that firsthand, and that's part of why I really wanted to share my life with you guys. I love my father dearly, and he can be really difficult and really challenging sometimes. I mean, I know you guys look at those pictures and they look really beautiful, and they are. And there were many times when he was quite harsh and quite demanding, and that was really a challenge for me in my life. I know some of you guys have heard the story on how I even became a doctor to begin with, and it was a lot for me. It's one of the things I share with the people that I coach is a father is the one that shows a child, especially if the child is a young girl, he shows her how she's going to be loved by a man, by how he's either loving to her or not loving to her. And my father had a really difficult time showing love, and for the better part of my life, it's something that I had to really heal and learn from, because that wasn't shown to me by him. Relationships with men for a very long time were really difficult, if I'm to be really honest with you. And it took a lot of healing between my father and I. We've come a long way. I talk about the journey in my book, and I'm proud of both of us. I'm super proud of him. He's 90 this year, and he has really grown as a person. He's grown into a very loving father, and I'm really proud of both of us for really growing and healing that relationship. Now, on the other hand, as challenging as my relationship with my father was, that's really how beautiful my relationship with my mother was. So I actually have never shared this, probably because I knew I would do this. I actually haven't shared this publicly. My beautiful mommy passed in 2017. She was the love of my life. I mean, hang on. This is why I didn't want to do the video. But if I'm going to ask you guys in life to be courageous, I can't even say it. If I'm going to ask you guys to be courageous in life, then it means that I need to be courageous too, right? So this is me trying to be courageous. So she was everything to me. She was, I mean, I couldn't have gotten luckier in the mom department. She was so amazing. And like beautiful. I could tell you story after story. In fact, I'm gonna do a video just as a dedication to her and her life and what she meant to be. I'm gonna dedicate a whole video to that. But in telling the story about my life, I really had to share about her. Just the most supportive and loving and beautiful mother you could ever ask for. And one of the biggest heartaches in my life since she's been gone is I miss her, because we talked every single day, and it's a lot to not have her here anymore. I mean, I'm so lucky, you know, I'm so lucky I had her for as many years as I had. So many of you, my beloveds, write to me and say that you lost your mommy early on, and trust me when I tell you that my heart just aches for you, because I know what it means for me, and I had her for so many years. I just, you know, I can't even imagine how that would be for you guys. So she was amazing, as you guys can see in the pictures that I'm showing here, and just showed up for everything for us. And mostly she showed up in the way she loved us. She's the one who taught me really how to open up my heart and love. And for that, I will just be eternally grateful to her. In fact, if I can find a picture, I'm going to share with you guys a little picture. When it was our birthdays, this is just a tiny example of how amazing she was. When it was our birthdays, she would do something really, really special for the birthday, you know, the birthday boy or girl. And then every other child got a little gift, like maybe even like a little car or a little yo-yos, just something, because she wanted all of us to feel so loved. It's just beautiful like that. So I'm the oldest of, there are 4 girls, and my sisters are amazing, and we're all a year apart, which was absolutely crazy fun when we were in high school. I was a senior when my baby sister was a freshman, and we had so much fun together. Everything we did, we were like best friends, and we still are best friends. And then I have a baby brother as well. And all of us are super, super close. My brother passed away in 2014 of lung cancer. And I think part of why I teach healthy living is because I want everybody to be healthy, because it broke my heart to see him pass so young in the way that he passed. I love him and I miss him every day, because he just was so beautiful. And this is like a boohoo video, isn't it? But yeah, I send him love every single day, because he was really amazing. And I think I'm gonna try to put, if I find a picture of him, I think I have a beautiful picture of him and me, and I think I might have a picture of her and my mommy. I want to put that in there for you guys. But he was amazing, such a beautiful, inside and out beautiful. And so we grew up in Wisconsin, and when I was in high school, we moved to Arizona, which really felt like so much fun, because, you know, Arizona is warm, and I think my soul was finally happy to be in this beautiful warm weather place. And it was we went to Saguaro High School, which was really an incredible high school, and it was just was like, I felt like for me it was a fresh start, and I kind of took it that way. Sometimes you can take a move and make it into something really new and exciting, and that's kind of what I did. And then I came to LA in 1977. I came here for college, and that was really exciting. I'd always dreamed about living in Los Angeles and in California, and especially when I was in Wisconsin, I'd be like, oh my God, I just would love to live by the ocean. My soul was always longing to do that. So to be here finally was really a dream come true. I went to dental school in San Francisco, and then as soon as I could, I came back down to LA because I love it so much here. And what was I going to tell you guys? Oh, yeah. A lot of you have asked me, Dr. Elizabeth, do you have any pictures from when you were a dentist? So I'm going to put a couple in here. I think we were in a little pedo clinic, which is pedodontics, which is kids, which I always really enjoyed. So we dressed up to make the kids feel like a little safer, and they, you know, make them feel like they are having fun. One of the reasons I love talking about relationships with you guys is because I have gotten in the wrong relationships more than one time, and I love all the men that I've dated. They've all been beautiful. They just haven't been the right ones for me, for, you know, whatever reason. I Oh, I'm going to share with you a picture. As you can see, when I'm smiling in this picture, I was really, really happy. I was a freshman and Jay was a senior when we met, and he was actually my TA for biology class, and I didn't even know he liked me. And after class was done, he asked me out, and he ended up being really one of the sweetest and kindest men I ever dated. And he my father, probably meaning well, he came to visit, Jay came to visit me, and my father, meaning well, probably sent him away. And I think that was something that really broke my heart, and affected the way I looked at relationships. It was really, really hard for me and very heartbreaking. But I forgave my father for it, but it was something that was really, really difficult that I went through. And I think it's part of why I talk about relationships, because when we're properly loved by our parents, especially a daughter by her father, it really goes a long way towards children, daughters being able to find the love that they want, and certainly the love that they deserve. And so part of why I share what I share about relationships in my videos is because it's so important to me that all of you, my beloveds, meet someone who really is someone you really love, and you guys can create a beautiful relationship. So because of all the things I went through. So let's see, what's next? One of the most exciting parts of my life was when I finally decided to have the courage to leave being a dentist. I didn't love it. It was what my father forced on me. And what in my youth, I agreed, I kind of succumbed to that pressure and went that route. And I just realized I couldn't do it anymore. And so when I really left, I left a relationship that I was involved in. He ended up cheating on me. And the crazy part is, I knew it. He went on a ski trip, he came back, and something in my soul said, you were not faithful. And he was shocked that I knew it. I was even shocked I knew it. And after that, I just said, no more in my life of what I don't want. No more of doing what my father wants. No more of trying to be accepted by society, accepted by other people, trying to get the love of my father. I'm gonna live my own life on my own terms. It's when I went out to become a professional skater, which I loved, as you can see by these pictures. It gave me so much joy. And if you don't know the story of how that came about, I'm going to put a link in the description box of how, in one of my Real Talk Wednesdays recently, I shared the story of how I became a professional skater, which is pretty remarkable. So if you haven't already, go check that out. And then, of course, as you guys know, I became a professional dancer, which literally dancing is one of the greatest joys of my life. And I'm going to see if I can put a couple of clips of me dancing with one of my dance partners. Every one of my dance partners, obviously I started dancing when I was 40, so every single one of my dance partners have been about half my age, and they have all been beautiful. Jeremiah was beautiful, Danny was beautiful. All of my beautiful dance partners that I dance with on the promenade are beautiful, as I'm going to try to see if I can insert a little clip of that. The clip that I'm going to show you guys right here, he literally is 30 years younger than me. It's just crazy. But here's the thing, my beloveds, when you're doing what you love, and for me that's on the dance floor, it becomes ageless. It literally, when we're doing the joy of what we love, we all become ageless. So let's see, after dancing, another thing I got to do. I literally, when I left being a dentist, I'm like, I'm gonna do everything I ever wanted to do in my entire life. And the next thing I did was I went and I became a model. I had so much fun doing that. And the cool part is my mother actually became a model when she was in her 40s as well. And so to be able to follow in her footsteps was something that was really special to me. And I loved it. It was a dream come true that I always wanted to do. I'm going to see if I can put some pictures in there of that. And then let's see, and then after that, it's just like one after the other. I was like, okay, now what can I do? And one of the things I always wanted to do is in my meditation, I got this vision to interview people doing amazing things in the world. Because I was watching on TV and there was all like CNN is this constantly negative news and all the news channels reporting on all this stuff that brings people down. And I was like, I know so much about light. Like I've studied spirituality for my whole life. I know so much about what's going on in the world that's amazing and incredible. And so I decided to start reporting on that. And so I interviewed a lot of people from the movie The Secret, Dr. Michael Beckwith and Dr. John DeMartini. I interviewed Miller Fuller, who was the founder of Habitat for Humanity. Talk about a beautiful soul, and many other people. And it was thrilling for me to be able to sit with these people and interview them. And here's the crazy part is I was in my late 40s at this time, and I really thought, okay, I tried out all these different careers. This is what I've landed on. This is what I'm going to do in my life, and it's going to be amazing. And I remember my roommate Kelly at the time I was like late 40s, she kept on saying, you're a speaker and you're an author. And I was just like, it almost freaked me out. It's like, stop saying that. I'm interviewing speakers. That's what I want to do. But sure enough, when I turned 50, I got invited to speak at this conference, and that opened up this whole new avenue for me that I wasn't even thinking about. Like that caught me so off guard. I was like, oh my gosh, how did that even happen? And Kelly said to me, I told you so. So Kelly, if you're listening, thank you. And then after I started speaking at events and conferences, I started learning about healthy nutrition. And so I started teaching that. And then I really decided, okay, I'm gonna write this book. What happened was, when I did this one, I'm going to see if I can put a clip of it. When I did this one, it was a guest appearance at an event. And it was kind of like The View style, and they were all interviewing me. After that, they sent the clip out into the internet, and it was crazy. It went viral, and so many people were emailing me from all around the world saying, Dr. Elizabeth, we want your book. And I was just like, oh my God, I have to write a book. Like it's like, oh no. And it felt so daunting to me, but I just said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say yes to this adventure. And I sat myself down. It took a long time, my beloveds. It took a long time to write that book. But I remember the day I published the book. And I started going, I did all these book signings and I did these book readings. One of the most thrilling was Barnes & Noble, because it's such a big bookstore, It was like so exciting, and my mom was there to support me, and it was just really, really beautiful. And just now having the book out, having all of you guys message me and say, Dr. Elizabeth, I love your book. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for telling your story. Thank you so much for sharing this. You changed my life. Every time, I swear to God, my beloveds, you know what a boohoo baby I am when I get touched. But every time I read one of your messages saying how much you enjoyed my book and how much it touched you, I cry, because it just means so much to me, because you guys know I put my whole heart and soul and spirit into it. And it was, I won't lie, it was a huge act of courage. In fact, everything, when I look back now at 60, at all the different careers I had from the time I left being a dentist, and every single one of them, each one of them were such a stretch, like way, way, way beyond my comfort zone. Just like I'm telling you, to make this video, way, 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 way beyond my comfort zone. But it's like, if we can, I just decided I want to push myself, even though I think I'm going to have a meltdown. I wanted to push myself anyway and share with all of you. And so I say that because, like, at the end of each video, you guys know I say, if I can do this, you can do this. And I'm telling you guys, you can. It's going to feel comfortable. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But when you do it, it's like just you exhale. It's like, oh my God, I'm so happy I did that. So to go back to my mommy, part of the reason I'm here on YouTube is because my mom came to all my events. She came to all my speaking engagements. She was so amazingly supportive. And after she passed away, I was with her at the hospital until she took her last breath. I mean, I literally didn't even leave for weeks. I didn't leave the hospital. I slept at night on the chair because I didn't want to leave her side. And then afterwards, I made a promise to her and myself that I would come back and I would go after this dream of what I'm doing here with you guys full speed. So I relaunched my channel, and I'm so grateful I did, to be able to connect with each one of you guys from all around the world. I mean, if it wasn't for these platforms like Instagram and like YouTube and Facebook, I wouldn't have the opportunity to connect with you guys the way that we do. And it's the closest thing to meeting you in person. Now, of course, I love my YouTube channel. I love you guys. And when I get to meet you in person, a lot of you guys have come to the promenade. You've surprised me there. And a lot of you just here in LA when you're visiting, I bumped into you, which is like so synchronistic and serendipitous and so amazing. So if I can, I'm going to pop in a couple of little video clips of us meeting each other. My ultimate dream is to be able to do a tour with my book and with all the things I share and doing talks and come to each one of your country. Oh my God, that would be a dream come true, to actually like not look at this camera, but instead to be able to look into your eyes and give you guys the biggest hug in the world, and to meet you in person would be like a total dream come true. So I'm really holding that vision that within the next year or so that we really get to do that. So please, my beloveds, hold that vision with me. And so, because you guys know what I always say, it's a vortex of infinite possibility, and together we will make that a reality. And in the meantime, if you guys are in LA, you better come DM me on Instagram, tell me when you're going to be here, and you better come see me because I really want to meet you. All right, my beloveds, so that is, in a nutshell, the encapsulated Cliff Notes version of the last 60 years of my life. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So many of you asked for this video, so message me below and let me know if you liked it. And until next time, remember, my beloveds, I love you. I love you to infinity and back, and I appreciate you so, so, so much. And remember, above all, you can do this. And I'm here to walk with you every step of the way. Ciao.